All right, guys. So one of the people that I follow ended up watching this film. It's called Heretic. Rated R. Came out 2024. It's an hour and 51 minutes. Now, when I first watched the trailer, I wanted to watch it instantly. And then after I saw one of my buddies review it, I was like, all right, I definitely need to watch this. Now, my brother-in-law Ryan ended up watching it, and he didn't really like it too much. So my expectations went from here down to the middle. Now, I've learned a long time ago that you can go off of whatever people review, whatever people say, but if it's something that you are personally interested in, you should give it a watch regardless of what the reviews are or what people say. And I'm very glad that I did that. So, for any of you that don't know what Heretic is about, it is about these two nuns. I guess you can say nuns. Um, they're going door to door for the Book of Mormon, and they want to, spread the religion. And they end up coming to the last person of the day, Mr. Reed. And they end up getting caught into a game about religion. And, they're sitting there and they're trying to, like, right off the bat, they don't, both of the girls, they're uneasy. Because one of the biggest rules that they have is that if you're going to go into someone's house, the house owner's wife needs to be present. Now, before I continue, our cast does consist of Hugh Grant as Mr. Reed. We have Sophie Thatcher as Sister Barnes, and we have Chloe East as Sister Paxton. Now, there's a little cameo of Topher Grace as Elder Kennedy, but we don't get told that he's Elder Kennedy. I only know it because I looked at the casting. And if you ask me, with how minimal his appearance is in this film, you probably could have used anybody besides Topher Grace. But anyway, so let's get back to it. So, both Sister Barnes and Sister Paxton, they end up realizing that this is creepy. They keep on asking Mr. Reed numerous times to see his wife, and he keeps on just shying it away. And so, they try to go out the front door, but the front door is locked. And so, he's like, oh, the door the deadbolt gets locked at a certain time and doesn't open till the morning. Obviously, that's bullshit. There's no rhyme or reason that isn't bullshit. Now, both sisters end up going into this room where there are two doors. And Mr. Reed gives them this giant speech about religion and about how there's the oldest, there's the most famous, there's the newest. He uses it with, I think, with the books, he uses it with pictures, he uses it with Monopoly. And at the end of it, the girls, they just want to leave. Like, this is creepy as hell. And, so, like I said, there are two doors, and Mr. Reed goes, oh, well, you see in the back of my house, you know that you need to go down before you go out. And he writes belief on one of them and disbelief on the other. And he wants to, test, the dedication to their faith. And so both girls go down the belief door, no surprise. And we end up finding out that it doesn't matter which door, because both doors ended up in the same spot. Now, Mr. Reed basically turns this into one giant science experiment as to, this is what happens when you die, yada, yada, yada. And it's kind of really, really, really fucked up. For an old guy in this film, Mr. Reed is very sadistic. He's very methodical. And then you end up seeing like a model of his own house in his office, and it's like, you planned all this shit out. you're fucked in the head. Now, like I said, there are so many twists and turns in this film, and it honestly shows, to the extent of where your mind can go if you're trapped in a situation like that. Because Sister Paxton and Sister Barnes, they're very nice, very nice girls, and then when Mr. Reed pushes them to the extent, everything just changes. Now, IMDb gave it a 7.1 out of 10. I give it a 4 out of 5, just because, it wasn't amazing, but it was definitely a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And Mr. Reed, like, just the character that Hugh Grant plays, he plays it very well. And the fact that both of the girls end up staying true to their character, it makes it well worth the watch. Now, I couldn't stream it on anywhere. I had to rent it, so if you get a chance to watch it when it's streaming, give it a watch. Let me know what you think, because I think this was probably one of the best thrillers that came out this year, and Hugh Grant plays a creepy guy very well. So let me know what you think.